Hello, Matt here. Today I want to talk about everything that's wrong with my old Alfa Romeo. And there is a lot. So let's get into it. Well, one thing I know for sure is good. It's the roof. It's good. No cracks. Rear window is, well, good. That's one thing that works. Second thing that is actually pretty okay are the wheels. They aren't rusty. They have very nice chrome hubcaps. So I like those, even though they are 14s and a very low offset, or to be exact, a very low width. Yeah, they are original and they are good, all four of them. But if I keep the car, I would like to go 16s or maybe at least 15s. We'll see about that. The other thing that is good are the brakes, which you cannot see, but I've checked them out. All four discs. Very good for a car this old. All four discs are okay, brake pads are okay, they work great, except they don't. The parking brake doesn't work. So yeah, we can call that okay. Everything else, well, everything else has a bunch of problems. So, first off, most obvious. And the other one is the same. And not just that. I mean, interior in general, someone put this in. Why would you do that? So this has to go off, and I'll see if I can put something half decent looking in here. If not, we'll have to retrim the door cards and get rid of that. Also, this, I hate this, but that's not such a big problem. This is a big problem, this needs to go. This is also cracked. We'll try and get this fixed because I really like this gear knob. Needs a nice Alfa logo here, and yeah, fixing the cracks. Then we had something sticked on right here, but I think we'll be able to clean that off. And of course, we're missing the Alfa logo right here. Seats are actually in pretty good condition. There is a tear right here. I don't mind that. Everything else is, well, decent looking. Now what is not decent is the electronics. What is this? I don't know. What is this? I don't know. Again, does not look stock. Might be, not sure. Yeah. I'll have to take all of this apart and redo the wiring completely. As for the horn, this should be a horn on this car, if I'm not mistaken. For some strange reason, it's this here. So weird. Also, hand throttle is completely stuck. That's why we had problems. You saw us adjust that manually there. The choke, well, it looks like it does work, but it also looks like it does nothing on the carbs. So yeah, that's the interior. Now let's talk paint. I'm pretty sure it looks very good on camera, but there is a lot of orange peel, which I honestly do like because of the fact that this car is covered in a lot of paint. It was painted, and this is the best part. I don't know how much you can see, but yeah. As I said, at least that means there's a ton of paint on it. Does not look perfect. Actually, it does not even look good, but does give me some meat to work with, and that is okay. Now, unfortunately, I mean, you can see how thick this paint is, but there are paint cracks all over, and it's been done sloppily, so you can see that. We'll need to clean all of that up because I hate this. It just says sloppy. We'll have to fix all this, then give it a detailing job, and that will be a pain. Worst problem we have with the paint is here. This has been fixed in the past and it's cracked. So that's body filler, that's body filler. It's cracked. We'll have to get that fixed. And again, some body chips here. This also needs to be fixed. There were some mirrors here. We need to, well, the way it looks, we'll need to do the whole front end. So this fender all the way around, and due to a lot of chipping, maybe even the bonnets, we'll see. But again, I'm not that concerned with the paint because I don't want this to be a show car. I want it to be a driver. I want it to drive nicely. So yeah, let's talk about suspension and let's talk about the engine. First up, that water you saw right here, well, as the engine got hot, it evaporated. So that was not a problem, as I said. But we will have to remove the plugs and make a compression test to see where we stand. Then we'll know a bit more about the health of the engine. Also, we need to do the check on the spark plugs, which means I'll need to learn how to read spark plugs. Yay! One thing I'm not really happy. Again, thumbs up, please, for me failing in that, but not in this video. Next up, the oil change. Even though the oil looks pretty new, guess they changed it before sale. The fact of the matter is, I don't know which oil is inside, and I want to get this engine once over, so new oil. And all the other fluids too. Now the biggest problem is the carbs. We'll take them off, have them rebuilt. Again, something I'll have to learn. And hopefully this will make the engine run quite a bit better. And on top of that, as I said, we need to sort out the suspension. And while the front does seem pretty decent, the rear end is quite loose. I'll need to get the car on the hoist, which I don't have yet, so probably just jack it up, check out all the bushings, and ideally I would like to run all the new bushings and refresh the suspension completely. But hey, we'll see once we get the car up and check them out a bit better. When I think about it, let's try and get it up and see how it looks underneath. Alright, let's talk about the underneath. As I said, it's been covered, and while I do think it's been worked on because it looks like it's been welded and patched up, it's all still very, very good and very, very healthy, no rust in sight, and that's awesome. Yeah, there is quite a bit of oil here. So yeah, I don't think we'll get away with just changing the oil in this gearbox. Maybe we'll need to take it apart. And there is also a bit of oil there. So yeah, we'll need to clean all of that up and then see where this is coming from. But I mean, it's an old Alfa. Let's have some oil here. All this looks decent for what it is. As I said, what we do need to do is, well, handbrake cables, see why they are stuck and try to get them working. As I've mentioned, discs, pads, all looks pretty damn good. The suspension, well, it does look pretty good. We'll see if we go with the rebuild or not. But hey, for now it does work. A bit more oil coming down there, so there's that. And look at this. These are the patches where this is peeling off, but it exposes some healthy metal underneath. And that's, I know I've said this a bunch of times, but that's what I found the most important part of this car, because I don't want to deal with rust. I do have to plug these wing mirror holes. But hey, I'm pretty happy with this and with everything I'm seeing so far. Except this sloppiness. Ah, damn. Someone was really lazy when painting this car. Ooh, and that's something we'll need to address. This needs to be rotated, and I don't know. I think I'll have to buy both of the chrome rings. The other one is even worse. So let's see how it looks in the rear. Oh, tires too old, 12 years old, even though they look like new. As I said, this car wasn't driven. Now, what do we have here? Straps. Some old technology here. These shocks look like they are pretty new and the car drives it. But I do feel that the rear end is a bit loose, so we'll have to see. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's just the way it's supposed to drive, because as far as I can see, this is a trailing setup, so not a really sophisticated suspension, even though it does have discs on the back side too, and I like that. Though these calipers are a bit worse to wear and they will need to be changed. But damn, 2 piston calipers, back and rear. I mean, they won't be changed, they will be rebuilt, but okay. Again, it does look pretty good. And still no rust in sight. Nope. Still just some healthy metal here. Except some lazy paintwork again. So, in the end, what can I tell you about this car? Considering the price we bought it, and I think it was the cheapest Series 2. There was one cheaper, but it was rusty. In Europe, I think we have quite a good car, quite a decent car. There is a bunch of work to be done. We have to play a lot with the paint. We'll have to do, as I said, we have to rebuild the rear calipers, play with the engine to get it running smooth, and see where all those leaks are coming from. Then, well, then we'll have to get the engine running as it should be running. And after that, it's off to little details like cleaning this overspray, sorting out the interior, the wiring, and everything. If you are into these kinds of projects, also this car and this car are going to get finished. This one is rust-free, like that one. So awesome, I just need to get the new interior. This one is a rust bucket, and we have a rust bucket down there. You'll be seeing quite soon on this channel. Well, what I was saying, if you like to see this kind of stuff, why not subscribe and check us out, check out where this is going and how it ends up. Well, for now, this is it. Thank you for watching, and as always, I really hope to see you in the next one. Bye!